Hey everyone. All right, so just a thought on processes on documentation, which kind of relates to what would be audited. So this kind of touches on the last couple of subjects that I've been posting on in regards to auditing and process documentation. So every company is going to do it a little bit different. It always depends on what the company is doing, what their customer and client needs. So you're not going to find an exact standard in documents across the board. Everyone's going to be unique. But it's important that regardless of what you're using, it's controlled in a way that the individuals utilizing it can't modify, can't mess with the format, essentially. A lot of documents, of course, they will eventually become records. You're going to have to fill out some aspects of the form, but you shouldn't be able to manipulate the format. You shouldn't, and normally be able to move stuff around because it could very well change the intent of that document, which will become a record. So, at least from an ISO standpoint, you should have controls in place for your documents. But again, not every company out there is going to be ISO compliant or certified. They're all going to have various types of documents out there. But the intent behind a document is it becomes a record, which is auditable by anyone. It could be, again, it depends on the company. It could be internal auditors, it could be external auditors, it could be government auditors. So it could be a whole bunch of different folks. So you don't want that document, that record, then to be something that is wrong, right? Because that's often one of the easiest things out there to find from a quality standpoint is uncontrolled documents, obsolete documents. And that's low-hanging fruit that you don't really want an auditor to find, because that's something you should be able to control internally. So just remember that documentation is important. If it's not documented, that didn't happen. You have to have records in most cases to show that you're doing XYZ, and that's what the auditors will be looking for. Okay, processes, again, I've talked about this before, they're important because you need to have something for the employees to follow, regardless of their experience, their years of experience, their education. You have to have something in place as a fallback, so to speak, something to train on, something to pull up in case you forget. So this is all important for pretty much any business to have in place. Processes, documents, right? So if you ever have any questions, throw it in the comments, reach out to me one-on-one. But again, it's kind of difficult from a quality standpoint to say how each company is going to handle their documents, their records, their processes, because every company out there is unique. There's so many different types of things that are being done out there in the world, so many different sectors, so many thousands and thousands of companies out there. Each one's unique, but each one has to establish something to be successful for themselves and their customer and client, right? So that's just my thought on the subject. All right, have a great day.